girl. And when they call me that, it's a fact, girl. Oh, you didn't know? Don't try to act, girl. You know you see me coming.
Hey babes, it's your girl Chi, and for those of you guys who are new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know you want to see more of me. But today I'm going to be doing a full closure wig tutorial. Right here I'm showing you guys the closure. It's in 20 inches. And in this video, I'm basically just going to show you guys every single step from bleaching the closure to making the wig to customizing the closure and then to laying the baby hairs. So I'm going to be using 4 bundles of 24 inches of hair from the Sochi collection. I will link it in the description box below. And this hair is just gorgeous, guys. I'm so obsessed with it. I also have a video on how I watercolored this hair jet black, so I'll link it in the description box so y'all can watch it when you get a chance. It literally took minutes. Alright, so the first step is to bleach your closure. I'm using the BW2 Clairol bleaching powder. And I'm using a little bit of 40 developer. So the goal is to get a sort of thick consistency. I like a consistency sort of like frosting. And this will help the bleach from seeping through the closure and then dyeing your roots as well. And black hair with blonde brownish roots is not what we're going for. Alright y'all, so your end product should look like this. I'm just going to go ahead and set my timer for 20 minutes. In my opinion, this gives me like the most perfect bleach knots. Everything will be bleached and I won't have to stress about some black dots here and there. Once you've rinsed the bleach off of your closure, you're going to go in with a neutralizing shampoo. The whole point of the neutralizing shampoo is to remove any orange or brassy tones from the closure, and it'll give you a more scalp-like effect. So it's very important to go in with the orange shampoo, or you can use the purple shimmer light shampoo as well. Now I'm just taking some conditioner and I'm going to condition the closure. And now we're on to making the wig. So I'm using this mesh dome style cap, and it's in the size extra large. To my big head sisters, you guys always ask me how to make sure it's going to fit your head. Get this size. I've looped my thread into my needle and now I'm just making a knot. I knot my thread on my needle 3 times. So using some T-pins, I'm just going to pin down the closure. That way it'll be easier for me to sew down. It's important when you're doing this step that you let a little bit of the hairline of the closure come past the cap. And a tip to help you make sure that your closure is flat is to take the back of the closure and pull it just a little bit tight, not too tight to rip it or anything, but just tight so that it's super, super flat. Sewing down the closure, what I like to do is put my needle through the closure and the cap, not the elastic band of the cap, guys. Never, ever, ever sew through the elastic band. I'm just picking up the like skin of the cap, and I always form 2 knots in the beginning and then I just sew as usual. It's really simple, guys. Once you've gotten to the end, you're going to cut your thread and then you're going to form 3 knots. Since I have 4 bundles of hair, I'm going to double them up. So I'm double tracking. And like I did before, I'm just going through the cap and the tracks, making a knot. So make sure you lay your tracks flat and just go ahead and sew through. I'm not cutting my wefts. This helps prevent shedding and will help you be able to reuse your hair and helps your hair last longer. So what you do is you fold over your track and you go through the track that you folded over. It's kind of like putting your needle in from the side of the track and pulling it through. This will keep your wig super flat and keep it from having like bumpy bulks in it. So like you can see, it's laying super flat. I'm just gonna take a T-pin and pin it on the other side. That way I can just sew without having to hold the track. It makes it so much more easier. And from here on out, y'all, I'm just sewing, so enjoy. At this point, I stopped doubling my wefts so that it'll be flat. You do not want your hair to look like a helmet. So by doing this, it'll make it a more, seamless, natural look. Y'all, I'm watching The Chi as I make this wig, and how come no one told me the show was so good? Alright, that was an intermission. Back to the wig. Can we get into this craftsmanship though? Like, look at this wig. She is flat. She is fabulous. She is, yes ma'am. Now I'm going to close off the wig. So to do this, you have to go through the track, you have to go through the wig cap, and then you have to go through the closure. And this is just basically piecing your whole wig together. So like I did the other wigs, I always start off and I knot it. And then I just sew through as normal. Once you're done closing off the wig, it should look like this. Now what you want to do is cut the cap from underneath where the closure is sewn. And you want to just be very gentle, don't rush, or you could end up messing up your wig. So now it's time to customize one of my favorite parts. So get you some good tweezers and then just tweeze in sections. So what I do is I section off the hair and I tweeze, like, think of it like this. I do one spot and I'll pluck 2 times. Then I'll move over maybe like a 1/2 inch, pluck 2 times. Then move over again a 1/2 inch and pluck 2 times. To get a wig to like be really natural, you have got to go in and tweeze. To make my closure super flat, I grab my flat iron and I just run it a couple times on the closure. I don't do it to the point that I'll burn the closure, so ignore that steam, but this step is vital. Then you go in with your hot comb and get in there. Get that wig nice and flat, sis. Like, there's so many things to do to get you a nice, flat, natural looking wig that I don't understand why people don't do it. So do it. look how pretty our hairline looks, like natural. I don't like to over pluck because when you over pluck, you know, your hair is going to naturally shed over time. You don't want to over pluck because the closure will eventually bald. But as you can see, guys, I'm cutting the baby hairs and just kind of like, honestly, it takes me a while to cut my baby hairs and lay them down with the foam. I really just kind of use my foam as a guide. So as I'm laying the baby hairs, I kind of see where I want to cut, I see how I want it to lay, and I just keep going back and forth like that. Lastly, I'm taking this strip and I'm putting it over the edges, and I'm just going to go in with my blow dryer and make sure that my baby hairs dry down, and this will keep it from moving around. It'll be stuck in place and it'll be perfect. And this is the completed look. I ended up changing the baby hairs, but you guys get it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Have a blessed day. Bye, guys.